task 2 writing, how to write an opinion essay. Very often in the IELTS exam, you will have to write an essay called an opinion essay, blah, blah, blah. Then we have the topic, prison is the best punishment for criminals. Discuss. Now this word discuss is wrong here. Okay? In opinion essay, they never say discuss. In opinion essay, they say, how far do you agree or disagree with this statement? Number 1. Number 2, they say, to what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Or number 3, they say, what is your opinion or what do you think? And there is another sentence they write commonly, that is, do the advantages outweigh disadvantages? So whenever they use any of these statements where they are asking you for your opinion, it means you have to write an opinion essay. Now, it's very simple. I'm just going to tell you how to write, how many paragraphs you have to write and all that. Listen carefully. Whenever you write an opinion essay, you have to write 5 paragraphs in that. Okay, in opinion essay, we write 5 paragraphs. In a minute, I'm going to show you one complete opinion essay with all 5 paragraphs. So don't worry at all. The first bullet point, now I'm reading the bullet point from the screen. Number 1 is write an introduction to the topic which clearly states your opinion on the subject. So I will teach you how to write introduction in detail, so don't worry about that. Second bullet point, think of 2 main points to support your opinion. Now what is your opinion? I agree. Or your opinion is I disagree. So whenever you agree, there are 2 reasons for your agreement. And if you disagree, there are 2 reasons for your disagreement and you have to write those reasons there. It's very simple. Okay, so think of 2 main points to support your opinion, and by the way, it's theoretical. I'm going to show you all these paragraphs in just a couple of minutes. Bullet point number 3, think of one alternative opinion. Alternative opinion is called contrast. And by the way, in opinion essay, contrast is the heart of the essay. So you must write a contrast paragraph. It is important. Now I'll tell you what is contrast and how to write it. I'm going to explain everything. Don't worry guys. You know me, huh? I explain everything. The 4th bullet point is write a short conclusion and all that. Okay. So now we go to this essay and I'm going to elaborate it in detail, every sentence and every line of it. Again, keep in mind, examiner has 4 criteria. Whenever examiner checks your essay, examiner has got 4 criteria. Number 1, task achievement, or we call it task response. If your essay is according to the topic, that's what we call task achievement or task response. Number 2 is your grammatical range and accuracy. It means the range of words you use, the range of sentence structures that you use. So we call it grammatical range and accuracy. And number 3 is lexical resource. Again, I tell you, in lexical resource, the key is not using difficult words. The key is to use alternative of topic related words, or in other words, you can say synonyms of topic related words. Okay. And after that, the last criteria is last criteria is coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion means your ideas are connected. There is a rhythm or there is a flow of your essay. Like first you present an argument, then you elaborate that argument. After that you give an example, and finally you conclude your paragraph. This is what we call coherence of the essay. And cohesion also means that you're using connecting words, connecting devices like conjunctions and all that. So I'm going to show you all these things here. Well done. Now we are going to learn how to write the introduction of an opinion essay. Number 1, whenever you write the introduction of any essay type, the first sentence is always a general sentence about the topic. So I'm reading this first sentence from this paragraph. These days, comma, every time you turn on the television or flick through the pages of newspaper, comma, you learn about the victims of crime. This is a general sentence about the topic. And what is the topic? The topic is actually here, prison is the best punishment for criminals. How far do you agree or disagree with this statement? Or to what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Okay, so prison and punishment and criminals. So he has written a general sentence which is about crime and all that. Second sentence, we call it paraphrasing the topic. Actually, or otherwise, second sentence can be the sentence that supports the first sentence. Now listen carefully. There are two ways of writing introduction. Number one, you can write 4 sentences in your introduction. Number two, you can write 3 sentences in your introduction. Both ways it is fine. If you write 4 sentences, first, and by the way, all these things which I'm telling you, these things are mentioned in a handout which is called the template handout. I will show that to you as well. I have already shared it with you in WhatsApp group. So you can see all these things there. Okay, so first sentence, a general sentence about the topic. Second sentence, a sentence to support the general sentence. Third sentence, paraphrase the topic in your own word. And fourth sentence is your plan, or we also call it your thesis sentence. So I'm reading the second sentence. But what is the most effective method of dealing with the rising crime rate in our society? Now you focus the previous sentence with this. Usually some experts believe we should not write a sentence with a question mark in the essay, but we have written this sentence to support or to focus the first sentence. Now third sentence is paraphrasing the topic in your own words. Some people believe, and you should always use some people think, right? Some people believe the best way to punish criminals is to sentence them to time in prison. This is paraphrasing the topic. And finally, your plan or your thesis sentence. I completely disagree. So guys, whenever there is opinion essay, your position must be clear. What is your position? Either you agree or you disagree. So I completely disagree with this idea, and in this essay I will support my opinion with examples. Okay, well done. Let's move on. Now I'm going to tell you how to write body paragraph. So you can see we have this first body paragraph. After introduction, between introduction and conclusion, we have body paragraphs. So firstly, comma, life in jail is far too comfortable. The first reason why this person says I completely disagree. So the first reason is life in jail is far too comfortable. Now in this paragraph, he will only talk about comfortable life in jail. Okay. Second sentence. For example, many inmates. Now he has used the word inmates for prisoners. See, this is what we call good lexical resource. So many inmates have access to luxuries such as television, computers and sports facilities and so on. Next is written in other words. Now let me tell you, coherence and cohesion is shown very, very clearly. Firstly, for example, in other words. Okay, so this is how systematically you must write your essays. In other words, spending time behind bars is more like being in a holiday camp. Now we've got the last sentence that concludes this paragraph. If prison is going to act as a deterrent, comma, then I believe it needs to be considerably tougher. And this is a compound sentence and it's a conditional one. So try to write compound sentences and a variety of sentence structures. Join 2 sentences with comma, with conjunctions. These type of sentences give you better band score. So this is the conclusion of this body paragraph. Now we have second body paragraph. Another reason. When you say another reason, you are telling the reader that I told you first reason, now this is the second reason. So another reason why I disagree with prison as a punishment is that A large number of prisoners are not actually a danger to society. Reason number 2 is large number of prisoners are not actually a danger to society. Take shoplifters as an example. Now this is the example. First he presented his argument and now there is an example. Shoplifters are the people who steal things from supermarkets and all that. Take shoplifters as an example. They are often locked up in the same cells as murderers, rapists, and violent criminals. I strongly believe that this is a serious waste of taxpayers' money. So you have elaborated the point, you have given the example, now we conclude this paragraph. What's more, now he has used a contraction, but in actual IELTS exam, never use any contraction. Contraction is like what's, doesn't, don't, didn't. Never use any contraction in essay writing because it's formal writing. So what's more, instead of that you can write furthermore. Moreover, comma, petty criminals may even learn how to commit more serious crimes when they are inside. Now after this paragraph we have the next body paragraph, and this is what I call heart of opinion essay. This is called contrast. Now you disagree with the topic. You have given 2 reasons for your disagreement, but now you will talk about people who agree and what their standpoint is. So that's what you're going to mention here. So contrast paragraph always starts like on the other hand, on the contrary, however. So on the other hand, there is an argument that prison can help to rehabilitate offenders. Now what's the topic sentence here? Prison can help to rehabilitate offenders. Many inmates, the word inmates has been used for prisoners, have the opportunity to study while they are doing time. They are doing time means they are spending their time in prison. As a result, many never reoffend when they are released. So the words like offend, reoffend, released, doing time, this is what examiner wants. Now you might be thinking these are very simple words, but listen, the words are simple, but they have used these words in a very appropriate manner, and this is going to bring you good band score in actual IELTS test. Okay, now we have conclusion. So again, you need to watch closely how to conclude your essay. In conclusion, comma, although it is a common belief, now you're going to restate the topic. So point number 1, sentence number 1 for conclusion, restate the topic. In conclusion, although it is a common belief, instead of it is a common belief, you can write there is a common belief. There is a common belief that prison is the best way to punish criminals. So this thing is called restating the topic. I believe it is too soft. Now you are giving the summary of your 2 arguments. When he says it is too soft, please follow me. When he says it is too soft, it means large number of prisoners are not actually a danger to society. Okay, when he says it is this paragraph, when he says it is too soft, it means life in jail is far too comfortable for prisoners. So you will give 1 sentence summary of your 2 arguments. Okay, so he says in conclusion, although it is common belief, and then I believe it is too soft and that it is not necessary. Now it is not necessary. That was second paragraph in the majority of cases. And finally, you will give your opinion once again, and this is what we call global opinion. Global means the overall opinion. Personally, I think prison should be the last option when all else has failed. So this is what we call opinion essay.